Today we get to take a look at this beauty, the WK03 from Wurkkos, in this beautiful golden anodization color. We're going to go over what's included with the flashlight, the features and user interface, and the beam shots. And I'll give you my 2 cents as well on this light and what I think could improve it even further. If that sounds good, stick around and please do hit the like button if you find value. A couple months ago I made a video and I said one of the things I really wanted to see more of in the flashlight world was this yellow anodization. Or golden, whatever you want to call it. I think it looks really good and it's a high visibility color. I like that for camping if you're going to need to locate a flashlight in dark conditions in the bottom of a bag or something like that. I like the brighter colors, and yellow was just not very present in the flashlight world for whatever reason. Wurkkos was one step ahead of me though, because in the comments of that video someone let me know this existed. I'm super happy to be holding it in my hands and checking it out with you today. So yeah, Wurkkos WK03. I'll go over what's included with the flashlight and then the user interface, which is very easy, thankfully. What's included with the light, I obviously got the lanyard attached right here. It does come with this lanyard and a couple of spare O-rings in a small baggie in the packaging. The light itself is in a bubble wrap sleeve. I believe you can order these flashlights with or without the battery. So if you have plenty of 18650s already and you just want to save a couple bucks, you can pick it up without the flashlight, or I'm sorry, without the battery, or with. So your call there. Had a little insulated tab when you first get it. One thing that I just love that they included with this light is they give you 2 tail caps. This one that's on the light right now is magnetized. So you can stick this to metal surfaces that are magnetic and, position it to do hands-free work if needed. And then if you don't want a magnet, say if you're going to have this in your pocket and you don't want it, grab it onto your keys and other things like that, they do give you a non-magnetized version as well. So really thoughtful. I wouldn't mind seeing more of that in the flashlight world at all. Very cool. Obviously you got the clip. This was on the flashlight already, and you cannot reorient this. So it is going to be bezel down, carry in pocket. It looks like the head portion would unscrew and that you could just flip the body portion around. But this is all one piece toward the head here, the body into the head. I tried unscrewing it earlier, and yeah, I think this little bezel area can be unscrewed, probably. I haven't really tried it. But yeah, this is all just one piece here. So it is sturdier for that reason, but yeah, you cannot switch the tube around. Not a big deal. Most people that I've seen in the comments, they want to carry bezel down in pocket anyways. Switch does stick out a little bit, but there is a lockout mode. I'm getting into UI here, kind of jumping around. I should stick with what's included. I'll just finish that up first. We got a manual here. We'll go over the user interface momentarily. USB-A to USB-C charging cable included as well. So ready to rock in that regard. There's those O-rings in the little baggie I mentioned earlier. A little reminder to let you remove that little insulating tab when you first receive the flashlight. And then yeah, little foam there at the base of the case, or I should say the box. And then you've got your LED and color temperature information on the side here. So simple enough, give you everything you need, and the addition of that second tail cap. Like I said, I love that. And I have the magnetic one on here. You can differentiate the two of them because the magnetic tail cap has a different machining pattern. The magnetic one is on the right and the non-magnetic is on the left. So you can kind of tell them apart visually, which is pretty smart as well. Also the base, just notice that. A little different little bullseye pattern here on the magnetic one. Both will accept a lanyard if you'd want to use one. But yeah, user interface doesn't get too much simpler. If you know modern flashlights, you already know the user interface. Single click for on, single click for off. Once you're on, this flashlight does have mode memory. It memorizes the standard modes. It does not memorize moonlight mode, turbo, or strobe, but it'll memorize low, medium, and high for you. And then to cycle through low, medium, and high, you're just going to hold down the switch until you get to the mode you want. And then when you release the switch, it holds on that mode. Memory mode, as mentioned before, turn the flashlight off. It's going to remember that it was in high mode. There you are. And you might have picked up on that color tint of a light temperature already. This is a 5000K CCT, so it's not the cool white, and it's not necessarily super warm either. It's kind of a nice balanced little color tint, which I like. There's a lot of cool white flashlights on the market, and they're great, especially for long range, in my opinion. They appear a bit brighter, whereas this just for up close, and the size of this light and the range and the kind of application that you'd use it for, I like that 5000K tint personally. But you can choose with the WK03. This flashlight comes in black as well if you want to change the body color. But yeah, you can choose different light tints with this flashlight. So cool to have the option, and it is a relatively small flashlight. To give you an idea of scale, but yeah, definitely cool. But all right, yeah, back to the user interface. So yeah, we went through the main modes. Double click gets you into turbo brightest setting. We'll check all this out outside as well. Triple click brings you into strobe. I'm just gonna see if it's a variable rate of strobe or constant. It is just a constant rate of strobe, no problem. And there is a lockout mode as well, and that's really the last feature. You hit the switch 4 times, it'll lock itself out, and then when you go to turn it on, you will get some blinks to remind you that the flashlight's locked out. And to unlock it, it's the same process, just 4 clicks. And back in business. There's that battery status illuminator and the switch. Rubberized switch here. You get a tactile and audible click on it as well. And yeah, that's pretty much the basics of this flashlight. They kept it simple with the user interface. I really like that. Man, I just love this color. But anyways, let's check this thing outside. Let's check out the beam shots. All right, let's check out the beam shots of the WK03. Starting with its lowest output setting, this is a 3 lumen moonlight mode, and this has a runtime of 230 hours. You can project just a little bit of ways with that 3 lumens. Here's the low mode. This is 100 lumens and can run for 23 hours. Medium mode is 350 lumens and can run for 6.3 hours. Good amount of throw already on medium. Here's the high mode, 800 lumens. This has a 2.6 hour runtime. And it's not totally dark out here when I'm doing these beam shots. So hopefully you can appreciate the distance a little bit better. Here's turbo. This is 1800 lumens. It's max output setting. The strobe I'm not going to show is accessed with a triple click. It's the same 1800 lumens, so full blast strobe mode if that matters to you. And just for fun, I wanted to show a side-by-side with another light here that uses a cool white emitter. That way you can kind of see the color temperature difference here. We got 5000K on the left and probably around 6000 to 6500K on the right side. Now we're switching them up. Yeah, I just wanted to show that just in case, you know, it helps you make a decision. Well, there you have it, folks, the WK03. I pretty much already gave you my thoughts about this light along the way. Love the color. It's very tail-standable. I forgot to mention that earlier. Another thing I forgot is to show you the battery that's included if you do pick us up the battery. Button top 18650 here, 3000 milliampere hour capacity, nominal voltage of 3.7. So that's what that looks like if you want to pick up a battery with it. But yeah, really good value here from Wurkkos as usual. That's their MO, bringing good value to the market. A lot of cool features in this thing. I forgot to mention it's got high and low voltage protection. And it's also got ATR, which I think stands for Advanced Temperature Regulation. Basically, if the output's on very high and this thing starts getting hot, it'll dim it slightly to help regulate the temperature of the outer body of the flashlight. It still does get hot to the touch if you are on turbo, especially for extended periods of time, but these heating fins do a pretty good job dispersing that heat. They do make the body of the light a little bit wider. It'd be cool if it was the same diameter all the way from head to toe, but I also know that from an engineering standpoint, you gotta get rid of the heat somehow. So I get that. Another minor constructive criticism I'd give this flashlight is just the fact that Wurkkos, if you want, I think a lot of people really prefer the deep carry clips. So if there's like a rim up here to move the clip up closer to the top, So this would carry, deeper in the pocket. I think a lot of people like that. I could be speaking for myself though. Back me up in the comments if you agree on that. That'd be something cool I'd like to see on this. And then really nitpicky, I think a black clip would look pretty cool, contrast against the yellow, but that's probably just me. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on this flashlight. I appreciate you watching as usual. Yeah, have a great rest of your day. God bless you. See you in the next video. Bye.